Basically,
I
what
never
the,
got that. I
hang on,
never got that.
ma'am, you need to stop talking while the court's talking.
This law firm has done nothing but harass me. I am here under duress. I live on Social Security. I will be 69 years old in the fall. Somebody trying to sell me
No, I'm not going to
Medicare.
tell you,
No, I'm
I'm not
finished.
going
I
to,
want to speak.
Wow.
You're taking advantage of somebody that's not being represented by an attorney under maritime law. I'm representing myself under the power and the attorneys of Jesus Christ. Good luck to you guys with Donald J. Trump. Maritime law is going by.
This judge and sovereign citizen just went at it in court today, and somehow this 69-year-old woman is acting like a complete child. She's here over a $900 credit card debt. But of course, in classic sovereign citizen fashion, she's claiming she doesn't have to pay it. And get this, it's not her first time pulling this stunt. This is actually her third case, and the first two, which were for thousands of dollars, somehow got dismissed. How does that even happen? Last time I checked, just declaring yourself above the law doesn't actually make it true. Let me know what you guys think about this case in the comments. Do you think she'll get away with it again? Let's dive in and watch this sovereign citizen get destroyed.
is counsel here for the plaintiff?
Yes, Judge Hillman, Cezanne Barda.
Well, you're an attorney, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. I couldn't tell based on the way you're dressed. We do expect lawyers to wear ties and suits for court proceedings, Mr. Barda.
Yes, Your Honor. I completely apologize. There are two attorneys that handled our docket via Zoom today. Both failed to appear. I don't know why, and now I'm scrambling. I apologize.
Okay. All right. Is Ruth Conway present?
Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon. All right. So this is plaintiff's motion for summary disposition. Ms. Conway, the plaintiff filed a request to have a judgment granted in this matter. Mr. Barda, do you wish to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Our motion is based on MCR 2.116 C9 C10. We don't believe there's a genuine issue of material fact to move forward to trial. This is a straightforward collection matter whereby it was original creditor of Credit One Bank. LVNB purchased that, and all the chain of title and bill of sale documentation is attached to our motion. We also have billing statements showing charges made and payments made, which comports with the account stated theory in the state of Michigan. The address on those billing statement matches the same address where the proof of service went for this file. And we also have an affidavit from our client stating how much is owed at this time. Defendant not only failed to file a response to our motion for summary disposition, but also failed to file a counter affidavit, which is required by court rule. And even looking at her answer, all she states is she doesn't believe that this is her debt. I believe that plaintiff has provided proof and has established that this account was the defendant's, and I don't believe there's been there hasn't been a defense raised to be able to prevail at this time. Plaintiff respectfully requests that our motion for summary disposition be granted.
Okay. All right, Ms. Conway. So I have this motion for summary disposition that was filed by the plaintiff back on December 17th. I don't have any written response that was filed by you. I see you're holding up some kind of a receipt. I don't know what that's a receipt for, but we did receive your answer to the complaint. What date is on that receipt that you're holding up, ma'am?
October 29th.
Okay, so I think you're referring to your answer to the complaint that you filed in this matter, which was dated, let's see, which is dated October 28th. So I'm guessing that what you're holding up is verification that you filed an answer to the complaint. However, there was a motion for summary disposition, and basically
I
what
never
the
got that. I
hang on,
never
ma'am,
got that.
ma'am.
The plaintiff literally has her address on file. So there's just no way she didn't get that notice. Like, come on, mail doesn't just vanish into thin air unless her mailbox is sitting on the edge of a black hole. And let's be real here. This woman is 69 years old. 69. At what point do you just act your age and take some responsibility? You can't just be out here dodging legal notices like you're starring in some low-budget spy movie. The law assumes that if something is properly mailed to your last known address, it's considered delivered. It's literally called the mailbox rule. So unless she's about to claim that USPS has a personal vendetta against her, I'm just not buying it. Let me know what you guys think. Is she playing dumb here? Or do you think she's actually telling the truth? Let's dive back in.
Ma'am, hang on. You need to listen while the court's talking, and then I'll give you an opportunity to talk afterwards. So there was a motion for summary disposition. That's a request for a judgment, and it has an affidavit attached to it, and it has bills showing that you had a Credit One credit card and that you had made certain charges. It looks like there's charges to Meyer and Mason. There's charges to the city of Mason on the credit card, Dollar Tree, and Celebration Cinema. And what the plaintiff has indicated is that that Credit One account was purchased by LVNV Funding, the plaintiff in this case, and that based on the fact that you had used the credit card and you had made payments on the credit card under Michigan law, that's a cause of action for account stated, and you would have an obligation to file an affidavit indicating that those were not your charges and you did not have an account with Credit One, and you've not filed that. Is there anything you would like to tell the court, ma'am? This is the time for you to make your response.
Okay, I'm making this statement. I am here under duress. I have formally put in a formal complaint to the Consumers Finance Protection Bureau. I don't know who LVNV Funding is. I have never heard of them in my entire life. This law firm has done nothing but harass me with document after document. I had 3 collection agencies approach me on this matter. I contacted the other 2, told them exactly the same thing I told this firm, but this firm has continued to harass me. I have made that formal complaint to the Consumers Finance Protection. Whether they protect me or a loaning institute is another story. I am here under duress. I live on Social Security. I will be 69 years old in the fall, and I do not have a job. I do not work. I have 14 grandchildren. I'm a mother of 5, and 2 of them are veterans of the United States military. I help with my 14 grandchildren. So I don't have a job. I will collect Social Security.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you have a credit card at Credit One?
I do not ever recall having a credit card from any place.
Oh yeah, this lady's stellar defense is just so strong. Seriously convincing stuff here. I mean, she has kids and grandkids and doesn't have a job. So I guess that means she doesn't have to pay her own credit card? Make it make sense. Not having a job doesn't magically erase financial responsibilities. She's obviously just unemployed, living off Social Security, and probably maxing out her other credit cards. Credit card companies don't care how you pay them back, just that you do. But this lady's entire defense is basically just, I have a family, like that somehow cancels out her debt. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The judge is about to go off on her in just a few minutes, and I cannot wait to see it. Let's dive back in.
And especially, I would never have a credit card with a small amount of credit. In my past, whenever I had credit, it was a decent amount of money that I had on a credit card balance that I was allowed to borrow. I don't know. You tell me why I get a phone call every other day of somebody
Ma'am,
trying
ma'am,
to sell me
no, I'm not gonna
Medicare
tell you
B.
to-
No,
Ma'am,
I'm
I'm not
finished. I
gonna-
want to speak.
Wow.
That I get a phone call every other day. How do these people know I don't have Medicare B? How do they know that? I get harassed to buy Medicare B. I can't afford Medicare B. I live on Social Security. So how do I get them knowing I don't have it? You tell me.
Okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. Barta?
No, I would ask for our motion to be granted at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Conway, we do have rules in lawsuits in terms of what's necessary to get past a summary disposition motion. You would have been required to file an affidavit verifying that you never had any credit card with Credit One, and that you were not the person that used this credit card that was in your name and made out to your address. And
Excuse
so,
me, but I was never asked. I was never asked by the court or received a document telling me I needed to do that. You're taking advantage of somebody that's not being represented by an attorney under maritime law. I'm representing myself under the power and the attorneys of Jesus Christ.
okay, all right, thank you, ma'am. So a summary disposition is granted for the plaintiff, and
I
Ms.
live on Social Security. I know federal law.
Ma'am, you need to stop talking while the court's talking. Mr. Barta, you can submit a judgment under the 7-day rule with the court. That's all for the record. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you guys with Donald J. Trump. Maritime law is going bye-bye. You're going to have to all relearn constitutional law. Thanks to MEGA and us anons.
Paying what she owes. But instead of taking responsibility, she's out here playing the victim and somehow dragging Donald Trump into this like that has anything to do with her unpaid credit card bill. Ma'am, what are we even talking about right now? I swear, she's just saying random things at this point, hoping something sticks. And honestly, I don't even think she knows what she's arguing anymore. You don't get to just pick and choose which laws apply to you based on your feelings. That's not how any of this works. Whether she likes it or not, debt laws exist, and she's still on the hook for that $900. Exactly. She's just throwing out distractions, hoping the judge gets tired of dealing with her nonsense. But at the end of the day, the law doesn't care about excuses or irrelevant rants. A contract is a contract. She used the credit card, didn't pay it back, and now she's facing the consequences. It's really that simple. Judges aren't dumb. They've seen every excuse in the book and try and play the victim won't magically erase her debt. Sovereign citizens love to pretend contracts don't apply to them. But guess what? She signed for that card, which means she agreed to the terms. But what do you guys think? Was she actually confused, or was this just another classic sovereign citizen scam? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate you all for watching. Take care.